Oh, look, I think in all the fundamentals of the game, we were very, very good. I think it's still not a perfect performance by any stretch of the imagination, and we still got some things we need to work on. But the foundation, the fundamental of it was pretty good.
So without being negative, I mean, they did get a run on your third quarter. I mean,
yeah.
It's something that you've been working on, trying to stem the flow.
Oh, I prefer to focus on the fact that we're 57 points up, and Aaron Black came in for his second game of his career, and really looked dominant at times. The contested possession count was just a complete domination. The clearances were a significant domination. Inside 50 is the same. So they're the things that we're focusing on. I mean, I understand that the inability to stop the opposition getting a run on could be concerning, but I would be more concerned if that was because we're being beaten in a contest, or we're panicking under pressure, or we're running out of steam. I don't believe it's any of those things. I think it's just simple fundamentals. Last week, the players are really aware of what those things were. I think largely we addressed that today. But we need a more consistent performance across 4 quarters, there's no doubt.
Tosh Oldstein's game, bro. I mean, probably his best game of the year, and seemed to really get back in that last quarter and help that game back.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, Goldie's an elite aerobic athlete for his size, and he plays his best when he's really working hard and running hard. And I thought he ran hard forward and defensively for us, and really gave us an outlet and competed really well in the ruck. So it's no secret. When you work hard, you generally play pretty well.
It seemed it was a strange game in the sense that they obviously were rolling in the second half, but did you ever feel that you were under threat from them, even though they got the 16th?
Oh, no. I mean, they kicked 2 goals straight with 30 seconds to go. So, when there's a minute to go and you're 28 points up, I don't think you feel under threat. Although after last week, you never know.
At that first quarter, you didn't seem to get a lot of value for effort at times. You had it. I mean, it was down your way. Really, what do you think you should have been 5 goals more, 4 goals up?
Yeah. I think every week we're running into an open goal and we fumble it and handball again. Yeah, too much. So instead of laying a block for a teammate and talking him into the goal, so we've just definitely got to get value for inside 50s a little bit more.
Were you trying to be too share it around, or too look after your teammate a bit too much? Maybe?
Oh, we really back players with individual flair to within the structure of the team. We back their individual flair. Now, in the first quarter, we had Sam Wright running into an open goal. He decided to try and handball it to Aaron Black. A couple of minutes later, we had Lee Adams, probably could have given a handball, chose to have the shot. So, they're not messages you send out. You back individual players with skill and capabilities to make the right decision at the right time. We're still in a position as a club where we're, if you remove Petrie, Harvey, Wells, Swallow, we're still learning those aspects of the game. But I'm really confident that we're on the right track. But it's we're a little bit inconsistent at the moment, and that's our challenge.
Just on Aaron Black there, along with the goals he scored, he was pretty impressive with setting up others too.
Yeah, he's it's been the part of his game that he's had to work on, to be honest. So that was the most pleasing part of his game today. Really held his feet in the contest, defended really well when he didn't have the ball. We know what he can do offensively, but he's starting to become a more complete forward now, and it's only his second game, and from that performance, there's a lot ahead of him.
Pretty handy on his left foot, judging by that goal as well.
Yeah, he's just a really capable player. He brings something very different to our team, and something we need. We've no doubt we're blessed in terms of the number of key position players we've got on our list. They tend to take a little bit longer to develop than mid-sized players, but Blackie's different to all of the key position players we've got. He had some real spark, and I'm sure the guy sitting next to me would appreciate him there in the forward line.
Brad, you more than anyone knows the threat of Jonathan Brown. What do you think of Luke Delaney's job?
Oh, I thought he did a terrific job, but it didn't surprise me. Brownie's back to some really good form. He's running, to me, he appears to be running better than he has in the last 4 or 5 years. I think he's number 2 in the competition for marks on a lead. So, there was a big challenge for Luke today, and I thought he again showed North Melbourne supporters that he can be a long-term key defender for us.
Brad, I know they came back in the second half, but it still must be a relief to snap that 3-game losing streak and to get that winning momentum going again.
Well, I suppose it is. I mean, in terms of morale for, and I mean this when I say this, morale for supporters, it's probably more important for them because, you know, we've got the best, we believe the best supporters in the competition, and they'll support us. You know, North Melbourne have given great value over the last 25 years for our supporters, but our supporters really stick with us. But you know, their morale can get down when you have demoralising losses. Internally, we focus on the facts, and while last week was no doubt it was demoralising, it was very, very simple, the things that cost us. So, yep, it's good for the supporters, for us. You know, I'm sitting here, yeah, pleased that we won, but still acutely aware we've got a lot to work on.
Lindsay Thomas, Brad, obviously a late withdrawal. What was the story?
He's just a bit sore. I mean, we've got a lot of key forwards, and we've got a lot of marking forwards. Even though Lindsay's not a key forward, he's a goal-kicking permanent forward. So, you know, we're not going to take any risk with players that are not quite right. And disappointing for Lindsay because it would have been his 100th. But you know, Black came in and did the job, and Cruz Gala came on as a sub, as a late replacement for Lindsay.
You didn't have any of his family fly over ahead of the game, did you? Or?
Yeah, well, that's the unfortunate, you know, reality. But things happen in footy, unfortunately.
Any word on Jack Ziegler?
Yeah, if you watch the game last week, I understand people are disappointed with the result last week. But if you watch Jack Ziebel's game last week, you could never accuse him of being anything less than 100% at the contest. And he's just very sore from last week. Great effort to get up to play, but halfway through the third quarter, he just looked so sore. We just decided to sub him out because, you know, he won't tell anyone he's not right to go. We have to make that call for him.
Is it a back, Brad?
It's literally just bruising. Like he's go back and have a look at the clips of him last week. You'll know why he's bruised.
Brad, in terms of, like, I don't want to harp on last week so much, but the way you mentioned it, was it just the focusing on the simple things to get right that sort of drove this win this week, and instead of sort of dwelling on what happened in that last 10 minutes last week?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just focusing on the things that cost us, and they weren't. Again, it wasn't lack of run. It wasn't panicking under pressure. It was just simple defensive actions, and not only defensive, some of it offensive as well. So, you know, unfortunately, when you string those together in a row, it gives the opposition a run on. Now, we need to get better at countering that for sure. But you know, I'm sure Drew will tell you the players are really clear as to what those things are.
Sounds like you thought there was maybe an overreaction, like an external overreaction to what happened last week.
Oh no! I mean, you what were we? 32 points up with 13 minutes to go. I mean, that I understand the vitriol. We play an emotional game. That's what makes it great. You know, but my job as coach is not to get emotional. My job as coach is to identify the reasons and fix them.
Drew, Sam Wright obviously got up forward today. Would you like to see him down there a bit more?
Yeah, he's played numerous positions on the wing, half-back, on ball, but I think he kicked 4 goals today, and he was just that sort of medium-sized forward where he took some marks, but at ground level was really good as well. He's missed, I think it's 1 or 2 weeks, and to come in and have impact straight away, I suppose is a credit to his development.
Sure, it must be good as well as a forward unit being on the end of some of that delivery by blokes like Levi Greenwood, some beautiful ball kicking to the forward line too.
Yeah, I think Cameron Delaney and Michael Frito as well, just their penetration off half-back and just breaking the line and the decision-making between them to handball and to kick was great today, and just got to sit it out in space, and you saw Aaron Black and Aaron Edwards as well benefit from those kicks.
Was that forward pressure though in the first half some of the best you guys have produced for the year? Because you locked it in there, hardly let them pass the centre square.
Yeah, definitely. Forward, I mean, when the opposition has the footy, what are you doing as a forward? And it's our job to slow them up and give our defenders a chance to get back on their men and the midfielders to man up too. So it's really important that we tackle and chase and pressure, and not just when the footy hits the deck, you know, we become lumbering giants.
Brad, with Lindsay Thomas, when did you actually know? Because apparently the cheer squad banner didn't have any mention of
Yeah, no, we let them know that it was doubtful, and you know, we didn't want the embarrassment of a 100-game banner going up if he wasn't going to be out there, so we eliminated that risk.
And presumably he's a chance to come up next week.
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, it's just it's pretty general soreness issue. So you know, we've really only got Scotty McMahon out through illness at the moment. So with a full and healthy list, we're just not taking any risks with anyone. But you know, we think he should be right.
And so it's even with the bruising, you're not concerned?
No, he didn't. It wasn't a new injury today. It was just a hangover from last week. So you know, we think he'll be right. He certainly thinks he'll be right. He doesn't like wearing red. So.
And so it's back, hip, where is it?
Oh, are you going to tell Alistair Clarkson this, or are you going to tell we play Hawthorn next week? I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is.